What is up, everybody? This is Rush Soup with Super Gaming, here with another Halo 5 video. This one is actually a Slayer match that I participated in that was really good. I wanted to show it off to really show off a couple of tips and tricks that I had to talk about with everybody. If you really wanted to up your game in Halo 5, this is the video for you. Now, the first thing that I want to talk about Halo 5 and the multiplayer is the Spartan abilities. Now, they made a lot of changes with this new Halo 5 with the new game, and the Spartan abilities happens to be the biggest change to the multiplayer in a very long time. Now, if you use these Spartan abilities wisely and in really good points in the game, you'll notice that you'll edge out your opponents. Because I don't see people using these abilities enough. Now, the Spartan abilities that I'm talking about in particular are starting off with the ground pound. The ground pound is actually very useful. In certain occasions, you can actually just straight up kill a guy with one ground pound. Now, I find it even more helpful in survivability as well. I find myself often without shields trying to run away from a bad guy. I'm getting shot trying to survive. I'll find myself a corner to hide in, but I can see on my radar someone following me around the corner. So what I'll end up doing is I'll jump up as I see the guy coming around the corner, and I'll hover, get the ground pound charged, and I'll hit him as soon as he comes through that door, taking away his shield, because you can't get up high enough and kill the guy with the ground pound, but you can take away his shield long enough, and then finish him off with another shot or a melee attack. I mean, it doesn't work every single time, but it does up your survivability just a little bit, and sometimes even give you the edge to survive. It's just one of those abilities that I just don't see people using enough. You can just straight up just murder people with it. It's so much fun too. It's so satisfying. And in fact, another ability that's really satisfying is the Spartan Charge. Now, this is another one that can straight up just murder someone with one shot. Like you see right there. I caught the guy off guard, came up behind him and just blew him away. He had no idea I was even coming. I mean, it helped that I had the camouflage there, but if you Spartan charge someone from behind, it's an instant kill. But if you hit someone from the front or from the side, you'll take away their shield, and it'll enable you to get a one shot on them to kill them with a headshot or a couple body shots and they're down. It's really useful, really helpful, especially when you're charging into enemy infested area. It really will take people off guard too, just seeing a guy running in. But if you run into a group of people, you're kind of screwed. So that's when something else comes into handy. Is another ability that's new to Halo 5 is the jump pack, the booster pack, right? I find it really helpful using the booster pack when you're trying to evade or even get into hard to reach spots to survive from enemy fire. It's really helpful, and actually I find it useful in multiple situations. And again, it's one that you don't see many people using other than just trying to get away from grenades or something. So when you're looking around the map trying to find new routes, new ways to get around your enemies, keep in mind the jump or the booster pack. And also, another trick with that booster pack is if you're boosting in midair, you can actually hold the left trigger, which is the aim, and it will hover. It'll keep you hover and suspended in air while you're still keeping your momentum forward if you were running before that. So you can jump, boost, and then put your trigger, which will make you hover, and you'll float a little bit farther than what your boost alone would let you do. You'll find different occasions and different spots in the different maps that will require this combination of the jump, the boost, and the hover to help you get into hard to reach spots or even surprise enemies because they won't think that you can get that far that fast. I find it very helpful to use it in certain occasions, and again, it doesn't work all the time because it does leave you vulnerable in midair, but if you can use it and sneak around somebody, it will surprise them every single time. And again, with Halo, you got to keep in mind that one thing that'll help you keep an edge in the battlefield is the power weapons. Now, I'm not just talking about the weapons, actually. I'm talking about the power pickups as well, like the camouflage that you just saw me pick up. Keeping control of these weapons and items will help you and your team stay ahead of your opponents. They're called power weapons for a reason. They take down enemies faster than just the regular weapons that you either start off with or just the random, like the SMGs or the shotguns. Oh, the shotguns are actually considered a power weapon too, but they don't have a power pickup like the sniper or the rocket launcher or the plasma caster does. But I find the shotgun to be a power weapon in itself, as well as a scatter shot. So if you keep control of these items and hold those items and have map control around them, you'll find that your team does better while you're playing against your opponents. So that about does it for all the tips and advice that I have for right now. If I missed something, or if you're looking for other tips and advice in particular that I haven't covered, please leave a comment, like, subscribe the video. It really goes a long way to help the channel. And if you like what you see and you want to see more, please go ahead and do what I said earlier. Now, this has been Rush Soup with Super Gaming, and we hope to see you again, and you'll see more from us shortly.